Shriners Hospital for Children first opened its doors in Erie in 1927. Since then, it's given help and hope to generations of children. Our special Shriners Telethon continues right now. Sean Lafferty, they're live at the Erie Shriners Medical Center. Sean, hopefully the phones are ringing.
Well, let's get them ringing again, Jill. Let's get these folks behind me, folks that have volunteered their evening working. Phone number 875-8888. Phone in your support. You know, you've probably heard the name Shriners Hospital for Children in Erie for years. What you may not have heard is that the Shriners Hospital needs to be on your list of places to go if your child needs medical help.
From a broken bone to more complicated issues that we typically associate with the care provided at Shriners Hospital for Children, any child can go to Shriners for treatment, whether you have insurance or not.
If they do have insurance, we would check to see if they are in our network. If they don't, or if they're insured and not in the network, we would provide care either way.
And the care provided is far-reaching. In many cases, care you would never expect to find in Erie. And it's care available to anyone. All you have to do is call and ask if Shriners is the place for your child.
I think a lot of people are unaware of the services that we actually do provide, and that they are able to get here at in our community instead of having to go elsewhere, such as Pittsburgh, Buffalo, Cleveland.
Treatment from a common injury like a broken bone to feeding and weight issues for your child and visual motor therapy.
In Erie, we have the outpatient OT services that tag on to the feeding clinic, and that's working one-on-one with the child and their caregivers to help them learn how to help the child feed at a developmentally appropriate level.
Another area of treatment here at Shriners Hospital is orthopedic surgeons and rehabilitation, specifically for the student athlete. Kelly Brown was a star athlete at Fort LaBeouf and now a softball player at Penn State Barron, where she tore her ACL. She chose Shriners Hospital for her treatment.
They focus on you and not everybody else, like the broad spectrum of ACL tears or any other tear they may have. They focus on how you did it, what sport you did it, and your rehab is focused on your sport, and you work on areas that you will need in your sport.
And it's all just a phone call away for anyone.
So that we can provide these services here is amazing, and we're very proud of it. We're very proud of it.
And, of course, that was Jill McCormick reporting. We've talked for the past 45 minutes or so about the wide range of services available here. We want you to remember that you are supporting all of those services. Call 875-8888. Get these folks on the phone right now. A few phones off the hook. Not enough, though. 875-8888. While you're calling, let me talk to Rachel Rager, who is a radiology technician. You know, last year when we did the telethon, we were raising money for new radiology equipment. And the great news is that that equipment is being installed, right?
Yes, sir. We're going into phase 2, starting next week, actually. So we have one room already installed. The great thing about the equipment is that it reduces the radiation to our patients between 30 and 50%. It increases, you know, the doctor's time to see them. They're not hanging out in the radiology department nearly as long as what they used to be.
And it's real state-of-the-art equipment, too. It's as good as you can get.
Absolutely. Cutting-edge equipment. It's the best of the best that you can get. No more delay. As soon as you take the exposure, the image is up. You know, they're doing the important things now, spending the time with the physician, getting their diagnoses, getting, you know, the prognosis underway.
Just overall, just a great improvement for you. Rachel, I'm so glad that you've been able to make those improvements up in the radiology department. And you know what we're doing before we let you go here, what we're raising money for this year is what's called a new C-arm. It's mobile imaging or mobile x-ray equipment for the operating room here. Again, cutting edge equipment. Two things before we let you go. Real quick, we want to let you know that if you want to drive by the Shriners Hospital, we're on West 8th, just west of Frontier Park. We do have people right out front taking your donations. Also, of course, call 875-8888. Jill?
Well, and Sean, it's interesting, too, because Kelly Brown, who was in the story I did, she heard about Shriners Care for her particular injury on television 2 weeks before it happened. So it's really important information to get out there and to call and help.
Absolutely. Again, we've said so many people have heard of Shriners Hospital. What we're hoping to do is make sure they know exactly everything that's going on in here and just how important it is to the Erie community.
Yeah, they say it is so important. Sean, thank you so much, and we'll check with you in just a little bit.